material. The administration, excuse me, the administration and the deans have the essential expertise and aptitude to adapt a new environment and pass on that knowledge to teachers while continuing to communicate and effectively engage with students. Furthermore, we must acknowledge the unrivaled efforts of government agencies and educational institutions in embracing the limited face-to-face classes, especially our health-related courses. We are now on the process of finalizing the requirements to conduct limited face-to-face classes, particularly medical programs, which practical applications and practices are vital. In our end, the whole JRMSU system did everything possible during the crisis to minimize learning loss despite the absence of physical interaction between students and instructors. To combat the negative effects of the pandemic on our educational system, the government expends much effort and energy in order to deliver quality education, mentioning the equal involvement of the whole administration and stakeholders. Despite the ongoing crisis, the university has stayed resilient, steadfast, and hopeful as we continuously working hard in order to provide an efficient learning system that will enable our students to be lifelong learners and globally competitive. I think that would be all, Dr. Supriya. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be with this great event. Happy World Teachers Day to all of us. Thank you and
Thank you,
mabuhay.
dear. Thank you very much for joining us and to share your eminent thoughts with us on the occasion of World Teachers Day, inspired by the UNESCO. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you very much for joining us and accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
So for the next speaker, I would like to call my friend, my supporter, and my motivator, Christiana Scalar, the professional advisor and the master of mechanical engineering. So now, Christiana, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you. You hear me. Thank you for all for invitation to be with you to share my thoughts about this. And somebody is speaking, Josephine. Okay. My point of view is the UNESCO goal. The goal of the World Teacher Days is to mobilize support for the teachers to ensure that teachers continue to meet the needs of future generation and raise education to a level of social importance. Also bring teachers out of the anonymity and as well as giving them the social importance they deserve. The purpose and size of the teaching profession is equal to the knowledge and wisdom of life that we manage to implement in generations of students through our actions and work. Teacher's role is no longer as just to be. His role is different even in flipped classroom. Although he mentor, his role is not abolished, but his work becomes more creative and innovative. Self-organized and motivated students prosper in that model. Their results are better than with classical teaching. But students that are at the other end of the spectrum have declined in the learning process because they do not know how to learn on their own and they need constant daily guidance. My advice would be to apply the flipper to the classroom in the middle of the course or in the middle of the semester. Best at the beginning and at the end of the course should be classical teaching. By looking online for information, we learn and learn on our own. Still, the best learning method is from an excellent and motivated teacher. Nowadays, we no longer need teachers giving us information or telling us how to think, but to guide us in thinking, discovering new knowledges, discussing with critical observation the world and ourselves. Online teaching or mixed forms of teaching can be good in specific circumstances, but not for all students of all ages. Teaching principles focus on each and every student by respecting their individual specifics is the path we strive to. Appropriate and inappropriate methods should be continuously analyzed to improve the quality of teaching. With new methods, students do not learn ready-made knowledge, but how to acquire knowledge and cognition. Teachers, as mentors, are more active and busier in the implementation and preparation of teaching process. They help students in their projects, encourage individual and group work, encourage and listen to students' discussion on the full topics. The teacher, mentor, or tutor monitors students' work, evaluates them, and gives them feedback for a better personal development and students' growth. Thank you. Have a happy Teacher Day to all teacher, mother, father, family, and all governments who support teacher in their work. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear friend Christiana, for joining us from the land of Croatia. Thank you, dear. You always be my motivator, my supporter, and yes, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education Croatia and your NGO, we would like to organize such kinds of event in future also. Thank you very much, dear.
Thank you,
Please do
darling.
this. Yeah, yeah. Please do this. Please do this. Yeah. Nah,
Thank you.
great. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. So, for the next row, I would like to call my new friend, my new Facebook friend, the global educator, the Vilma da Luz Barbosa from Brazil. Vilma da Luz Barbosa from Brazil. And I'm extremely sorry for my bad pronunciation.
It's correct, dear. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
very much,
much.
dear.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. So, she is the coordinator for the international projects from the land of Brazil. So now, dear, the stage is yours. Please share your thoughts on the World Teachers Day. Thank you, dear.
Thank you, Dr. Supriya. Thanks, my dear friend Ruben, for inviting me. It's a great pleasure being here with you to celebrate Teachers Day with wonderful teachers from all around the world. It's a great pleasure learning from you, listening from you. Well, when I was invited to be here today, I thought, well, what could I say for so knowledgeable teachers all around the world? Then I decided not to pick up things from the internet, and I decided to talk with my heart. Since being a teacher is something that we should do with our heart, because it's a hard work. All of you know that. It's not easy. working long hours, working Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. I'm sure all of you do that, doing that 2:45 in the morning. But we do that with our heart because we care about our students. I'm sure all of you do that. We really care. So if we are in front of the students, that's because we love what we do, because that's not easy being there. Sometimes our students don't have, now because of the pandemic, most of them, they don't have a cell phone, they don't have internet at home. But we teachers, we are finding a way to reach our students. We are finding ways to teach them. And the pandemic brought many difficulties, and because of that, thousands of people died. But it also brought wonderful things. It taught us that we had to search for new methods, new ways to teach. And it also came to teach us that we have to renew our way of teaching. It came to teach us that we have to be more confident about ourselves. It came to teach us that we don't have to sit down. We have to go out of our comfort zone, and we had to learn new things and new ways to teach our students. And with the pandemic, we learned that we know nothing, because from one day to another, we had to leave our classrooms, we had to leave our schools, and we had to teach at home. And sometimes even teachers didn't have a cell phone or internet at home, but we all found a way. And through technology, we had the chance to meet and learn from people from all around the world. And it's the best thing. And with that, we taught our students to be more confident, because as I'm an English teacher here in Brazil, my students were really afraid to communicate in English because they didn't have the privacy. But thanks to the pandemic, I had to find a new way, and I met teachers from different countries. And then I brought my students with me, and they learned how to communicate with more confidence. So this is something that we have to teach our students. We have to teach them to be more confident. We have to teach them that we care about their lives. Sometimes, mainly now because of the pandemic, our students are going back to school. They are leaving their homes where they were stuck for a year and a half, and they are going back to school. But some of them, they're not happy with that. They are terrified by the fact that they have to go back to school. They know the virus is still there. Thousands of people are still dying because of that, and they are so afraid of that. So what should we teachers do, and what we do? We have to stop everything, and we have to talk with them, to ask them how they're feeling, to ask if everyone is okay with them, what about their family, what about their lives, because most of them, unfortunately, they lost their beloved ones, they lost their parents, they lost their family members, and we have to care about that, because we are not robots in front of the students. We have to be human beings in front of them. We have to show that we care about them. So sometimes, due to the contents we have to follow, due to the books we have to work with, we forget about taking care of our students, about listening to them. But sometimes we have to worry more about them, because if they realize we care, if they realize we are worried about their lives, they will learn much better. They will understand that we care, and maybe they will be in our classroom, not because of the content or not because they have to be there, but because they know their teacher, their teacher is worried about them, and she or he cares about them. And that makes all the difference. Sometimes students say, teacher, I'm really exhausted. I'm so tired since I work at night. So they work all day long, and then they come to school and they are exhausted. And some of them sometimes tell me, teacher, I didn't want to come to school today because I'm really exhausted. I'm really tired, but I came because of you. I came because I know that you care. I came because I know that you are worried about my learning. And then this is what makes a difference. We have to care about our students and not worry too much about books, not worry too much about doing just what is required to do. We have to do much more than that. We have to be outside the box and do different things. And I'm sure all of you do things like that. And I'm so happy to be here. I'm learning so much with you. And the best thing about being a teacher is that we are learners as well. We are learning every day. And that's the best thing, because we are not there just to give knowledge. No, we are there to acquire knowledge as well. And we are there to share. So we learn and share at the same time. We make friends, and our students are our friends. And this is the most important thing, because maybe when they are not our students anymore, they will be our friends, and that's the best thing. So happy Teachers Day, everyone. I'm so glad to be here to celebrate this Teachers Day with you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Happy Teachers Day, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear friend from the land of Brazil. And thank you very much for accepting our invitation and to address this wonderful occasion, the World Teachers Day. Thank you very much, dear, for joining us. Thank you.
I thank you.
Yeah. And I would like to request all the speakers, all the guests of honors and all the keynote speakers, please make sure that your speech will take less time, because now it's a because we have a very less time. So please make sure that your speech will take very less time. Thank you very much. So now I would like to call my mentor, my philosopher, and the beautiful lady from the land of Bangalore, Karnataka, Miss Vandana Shastri. She is a great example of the woman empowerment. So, Miss Vandana Shastri, are you there?
Namaste.
Yes, yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
You
Hello.
are proper audible, ma'am. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
proper audible, and now the virtual stage is yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Guru
Yeah,
Brahma,
please address
Guru
the issue.
Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. A very namaste to one and all. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you are proper audible, ma'am.
Okay. Namaste. A very good morning to one and all present here. A very warm welcome to one and all here. Dear friends, I started with the shloka which says, Guru means teacher. A teacher is one who takes a child from a darkness to light. That is the greatest role a teacher can play in a child's life. A very happy World Teachers Day to one and all present over here. How can we bring the theme in this year is the UN has given a beautiful theme. The theme says, teachers at the heart of education recovery. Dear friends, where do we use this term recovery? Recovery is the term which is used for someone who is feeling ill health, someone who is suffering. To come out of the suffering, to come out of the problem, we use the term as recovery. And I'm surprised, recovery is the term used in education. And it is quite opt here because in this 1.5 years of a huge long period of pandemic, we the teachers who are suffering a lot. We have faced many challenges, and mind you, we have overcome those challenges as well. And the greatest challenge was this digital world, because many of the teachers were expert in their domain, but when it comes to the digital education, it was a great challenge. But our educators, our teachers, they not only learned, but they were successful in imparting that knowledge to the children. Dear friends, let me explain, let me give my own example that how we brought, what is this quality education? As the UN says, goal number 4 is quality education. because the educators and the teachers played a vital role in bringing up a child's life, in bringing a impact in the society. What is the role of a teacher and an educator? Now, let me come back to scenario in our own hometown. Just hold on. Yeah, let me quote an example of the model what we practice in our hometown. In my place, that is in Bangalore. We at our Rashtrothana Vidya Kendra, we are following a beautiful model called Panchamukhi Shikshan. Pancha means five, Mukhi means faces. We have 5 phases of learning in education. And that Panchamukhi is emotional, physical, psychological, intellectual, and spiritual. Dear friends, if there is a triangular effort. It's not only the educator's effort, it's a triangular effort of a teacher and a child and a parent. We orient the parents first, how to bring up, it's not just by teaching. We need to facilitate a child to bring out the best in him. Then only we can create an impact in the society. We need to reflect in the society. Then only a holistic approach can be changed. Holistic approach can be brought in this society, because we all know, we have seen many teachers who led by examples to the entire world. So we need to be the examples. So let us come back. What best we can do for the society as an educator, as a teacher? As we all know, home is the first school and the mother is the first teacher, right? So being a mother, what can we teach? Where are we lacking then? Where is the education system? What is happening? What is the lacuna? Then we found out the lacking is life skill. We are just concentrating on academics, marks, which profession is giving us good earnings, how to put our children in a profession where they can, earn good, handsome money. But have we ever bothered about, are we making our children to face the real-time scenarios? I feel this pandemic has taught us a real lifetime lesson. That is, face the critical challenges. How to face the critical challenges? Are we prepared for it? Have we taught our children? A big question there. And this Panchamukhi Shikshan helped our children to learn life skills, soft skills, social skills. These are the important skills a child needs to be imbibed at the young age. But we, unfortunately, many of the institutions, many of the education system has not even created such kind of ecosystem to bring in the best in child at the younger age. Of course, we have curriculum at the senior level of education, like we have at the higher education, at the college level, university level. But I feel such quality education, such life skills, such social skills needs to be taught at the younger age. And if we don't be the change makers, if we being an educator, if we are not the change makers, then whom can we expect? Can we expect from the policy makers? Can we expect from the government? Can we expect from the society? Who are the society then? We ourselves are the societies. We are the molders. So let's all take this responsibility of bringing the real human being. See, you being human is very important than human being. That's what I believe. Let's bring that human being in each child. That is our responsibility. Being a mother, let's all take this pledge on the World Teachers Day, that let me do my bit. Let me not expect from the government. Let me not expect from the authorities. Definitely they will do their job and they need to do, they ought to do, they will do. But let me contribute my part, and my best part is start from my own home, start from my family, start from my neighbor, start making a small changes in the education. Education is not just academics, it's an overall development of a holistic personality. And to bring that holistic personality, the major ingredient, the major features is bring the life skill. How to face the, how to lead a happy and healthy life. That itself is an education. Bring out the best in each and every child. And the main the role played by a teacher or an educator is very, very vital in this. Let's all the educators who are present over here, let's take this pledge that let me do my part. And that part being a triangular effect, trifolded effect, parent, teacher, and a child. We all inclusively can bring a real change in the society. And let's not wait for United Nations to meet this goal till 2030. Let's start from today itself. Let me in this journey, let us give our best. Thank you, one and all. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I would like to thank Witty Gossip Association, Supriya Madam, and all the dignitaries here to share my personal experience on the model, what we have implemented in our school to the august guests present over here. Thank you, dear friends. Thank you and namaste. Namaste, one and all.
Thank you, Vanna Shastri ma'am, for joining us, for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Namaste.
Yeah, actually, we have a very less time. So now I would like to call our next keynote speaker, Sir Rayon C. Sulavias. Sir Rayon C. Sulavias from the Philippines. Sir Rayon, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. I'm here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please share. Yes, sir.
Now?
Please share your thoughts. Yes, sir. Please share your thoughts, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir. You are audible.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Today I will share the teaching and learning process in a remote area. By the way, in the Philippines, there are many schools that are situated in the Parplang area. We call this as multi-grade school, which are situated in a mountain on the riverside. And it is a very big challenge for us teachers, especially in the public school, in the Department of Education in our country, to deliver the instruction at this time of pandemic. So our school created or complied to the project of our division, okay? Of our division, we call this as the project 2N AIP. 2N AIP, it's the new normal in instructional implementation. So we have the 8 M's, and from this project, 2N AIP, there are subcategories of projects. Okay, this is how we do it because our school is situated in a Parplang area. We don't have any internet. We don't have any signal of cell phone. Most of the teachers came from the town proper, and they go to that place just to teach. So with the great tasks and challenges given to every school in this time of pandemic, the Tinambulan Elementary School crafted the school learning continuity plan through the collaborative effort with the guidance of the Department of Education family, with the support of the different stakeholders. And our each LCP, or the learning continuity plan of each school, is unique. It is grounded on our resources, on our strength, the needs and the limitation. However, having this vulnerability amidst the crisis, the school is continuing its services to the learners and community. It's the delivery of instruction can't be hampered by the current situation, and the school must continue its operation. So the school remains hopeful that effective learning shall take place with the cooperation of the stakeholders and the effective implementation of the learning continuity plan. In order to fulfill the mandates and the directives of the Department of Education to provide quality and safe education, the school, or the Tinambulan Elementary School, strictly adheres to the division project of the 2N AIP. It's the new normal implementation of the instruction. So this project created a venue for the school to monitor and evaluate the school implementation plan using the 8M. So the 8Ms of teaching learning process. This allowed us to see our vulnerabilities and weaknesses. Like manner, it enables us to bring out the strength in every situation, in every hardship, in every downfall moment that we have been facing. And every struggling moment of every school is worth knowing. It gives inspiration, it gives hope and light to the learning community of leaders. The 8Ms are the result of our shared leadership and collaborative effort. It is our response to the challenges, our action to promote quality education, our expression of the commitment, the manifestation of love and dedication despite the odds in our security. Coming together as one family of learning community, this presentation, a simple presentation of mine, will showcase our action on the realization of our learning continuity plan. The 8M's content of this presentation will substantiate the corroborate the objectives of our school with the best of our abilities and the best and our limitations. So on the first, we have the first M, we have the milieu. It's creating an environment that despite the scenario in the pandemic, we were able to create a class home, meaning to say the family will work together to create an ambience of a particular classroom. Okay, there's a table, there are materials, and this is where the student or the pupils perform his tasks in learning the modules, because we're using modules because that's the only material that we can give to our students. And then we crafted a contest to make the learning space more appealing to the students, and we give guidelines, and we award the parents who helped the pupils in providing a conducive learning environment. The next M is the matter. Matter is the security that the learning materials, the curriculum guide, the modules, the competencies are being carried out by the teacher. So every teacher has the curriculum guide to be able to carry out the competencies given by the Department of Education. And we have the learning materials and the remedial reading program. The materials are picked up in our school now. And we also have the project consensus. We use contextualization, the lifelong learning for the pupils. The next one is the method. The method justify the actuation on how the teachers deliver the lesson, the best method. There's no best method for a remote teaching. It is in a eclectic form, meaning to say that if you want Suggestopedia, if you want the round robin, if you want collaboration with the parents, you may use the method as long as you know that it is effective and possible. So on our assessment, we have the use of contextualization, where the quality of the testing materials are checked by a master teachers, and the performance test is there. And the next one is the material. So the materials, it should be quality checked, quality controlled, and then we are using the available materials in the community. For example, we are giving some instruction to use the recyclable materials to be their learning materials. In counting numbers, for example, they can use it, a drinking straw, the cups, the bottles, the lid, and we also have the another M as media. So we don't have any cell phone. Most of the parents do not have cell phone. We don't have internet. We
Sir,
don't have signal.
Sir Rayon, sorry to interrupt you. Please sum up the speech because the other speakers are waiting and
Yes.
we have very less time. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So the media for the communication, we send letters, and the motivation is there, and we also give some credits to parents, and we have the mastery and the assessment. All in all, these 8 M's, this strategy of ours is a total package where all the dimension of teaching learning process as to materials, the human resource, the environment are all packed as one. So that's how our implementation of instruction in this time of pandemic um, being implemented in our country, in the Philippines, especially in our area, uh, which is situated in a mountain area. Thank you very much and happy World's Teachers Days. Thank you very much for giving us opportunity, and congratulations to the organizer.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us from the land of Philippines. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like
Welcome.
to call our next keynote speaker from the land of Moscow, Russia. She is a great architect and designer. So, dear Polonina Makina. Sorry for my bad pronunciation, ma'am.
It's okay. Thank you. I think today is a very important day because, as for me, teachers are incredible people. They not only teach us basic knowledge in schools and colleges and universities, but help us find our way of our interests. For now, I have been working as a teacher for 2 years, but I'm also in my last year at the institute. So I am a student and I'm a teacher too. Every day I see my teachers and my students and understand really importance of learning from each other to complete each other's ideas. I learned a lot by myself, but very important people made a really invaluable contribution to my current knowledge and skills. These people are my teachers. Teacher will always help to complete difficult tasks. Teacher will explain information as clear and interesting as possible. Before, I didn't succeed much. I was afraid that I couldn't become a designer, an architect. My teacher helped me to believe in myself. She learned some skills with me. Sometimes she recommended me to study a new subject. Sometimes she asked me to stop and have a rest. Now I understand that without my teacher, my mentor, it would be almost impossible to study so much new so quickly. I participated in the WorldSkills industrial design competitions. It was difficult. My teacher always came to support me. For my students, I always try to come up with something new. I give them the opportunity to show fantasy in class. I think it's very important. I really like my job. Each lesson, I rediscovered the subject with my students. That's what my teachers always done. Students participate in the educational process, but partially add something new themselves. I'm happy to give them more knowledge if they ask. Sometimes it is difficult for me to give marks because not everyone succeeds at first try, but they try again and again, hard work, develop their skills. That's the most important thing. Me and my students together are going to meet a new knowledge, even if it's not simple for the first time. Now my students also participate in championships, become champions. And now this is wonderful. I know this wonderful feeling when my lessons helped the students to achieve their own goals. Teachers are incredible people. This is a great honor for me to be a teacher. Congratulations to all teachers all around the world. And thanks for everything you do for your students. And I agree with all previous teachers. I think it's very important job, and the future of our students, the future of our education. It's really important, and sometimes it's difficult, but it's a great honor. Congratulations to everyone, to every teacher in this world with this, I think, the most happy day ever.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear Paulinela, for joining us. I hope my pronunciation is correct. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you very much.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. For the next, I would like to call dear Josephine Organeka from the land of Philippines. Hello, Josephine.
Hi, it's actually from Nigeria, not
Okay,
Philippines.
sorry. Yeah. Sorry for my bad pronunciation, dear.
No, it's okay. It's African, so definitely the pronunciation looks good from my end, but then it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. So please share your thoughts on the occasion of World Teachers Day. Dear, now the virtual stage is yours. Please share your thoughts.
Okay. Thank you very much for the privilege and the honor for having me. Thanks to everyone that organized it, and of course for every teacher right here. Okay, I would like to start by saying that a teacher's reward is no longer in heaven. It is right here and right now. So I believe that every teacher deserves to be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Now, the reason why I say so is because we do a lot of work. It's amazing how we get up very early in the morning and we take ourselves in the midst of our tiredness, in the midst of how our body feels, and we go to work that same way. We get the job done. We have the responsibility of making teachers feel good and the students that we work with as well. And of course, the school owners and the society at large. Now think about it. I would like to say that every teacher is a superhero because we do have superpowers. And it's the superpowers that we have that enables us to be able to carry out our jobs. So this means that every superhero must have a reward. So I believe that we're at that time when we need to be rewarded in three ways. First of all, with our health. And there's no other way to reward ourselves in our health than to take care of our health, what I call personal care and personal love. So I believe this is the season and the time where every teacher must take the responsibility of loving ourselves. It's okay to rest. It's okay to eat healthy. It's okay to take vacations sometimes because the body that runs the whole thing must be taken care of if it will maintain the standards. The next thing I believe is that, like I said, a teacher's reward is right here and right now. So when it has to do with monetary terms, there are certain ways that we must embrace to be able to make extra income as teachers. And all this comes as a result of who we are. I call every teacher a potential author. And if you're an author, you know the new normal now. If you have ebooks, you definitely will make money with that. So there's gone are the days where people say teachers are broke. I believe that we have the capability. We just need to get financial education. So in as much as we get educated in every other way, we must get education to make sure that our monies, our finances become stable. Then the final thing is our general well-being or our mental health. A lot of times we teachers always neglect our mental health, and it's not a very good thing. Because of that, a lot of teachers are prone to depression. Now, when we get into depression, what happens is that we break down. And then this is not meant to be the case. But I believe that if we can take little efforts to make sure we take care of ourselves as teachers, then we can stand out as healthy, as wealthy, and as happy teachers. So this is me, Josephine Ogeneke Ogufere from Nigeria, Africa, saying, dear teachers, please, let's take care of ourselves. If we don't do it, nobody else will do it. I love you. God bless you. Have a beautiful World Teachers Day.
Thank you very much, dear, for joining us from the land of Nigeria. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Actually, yes. Yeah. Actually, your thoughts of binding the teachers, the binding the education fraternity inspired us very much. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Namaste.
Yes. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. So, for the next, I would like to call Oprican. Sorry, actually, I can't see her.
Hello?
Yeah. Here she is. Yeah, here she is. So my yeah. Yeah, you are proper audible, dear, but you are not visible because I think you are using virtual screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So visibility. Yes. Now it's better, dear. Now it's better. Yeah.
Hello. I
Yeah,
have so much sun on my desk.
Yeah, but your face is brightening so much.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. And so we are feeling very wonderful. We are feeling so proud to have you, dear.
Thank you. All my respect, Dr. Supriya. Greetings from Romania. It's a joy and an honor to be with you today. Being a teacher is an art. A real teacher are the one who manage to make you do but also the method taught by them. The educator has a difficult mission, but also a beautiful one. Autonomous personality that can integrate diversity with critical and creative thinking abilities, with a moral profile worthy of following, and with a high professionalism. The teacher also puts a part of the soul in the service of the one he instructs and educates. The students are the ones who give meaning to our teaching profession. They motivate or invested work. I have been a teacher for 15 years. Many ask me why I choose this profession. I don't think there is a job in which to receive a more beautiful feedback, the pure smile, the pure love of children. Although at the base of my job, I'm an engineer. I like to say that I'm an engineer who shapes souls, characters. I like to know that my students come to school eager to start the classes. I want my students to excel in what they are passionate about, to find beauty in everything around them, to learn, to listen, to the option, care of others, and to listen. Let's try to cultivate their curiosity, emotional and social intelligence, confidence in themselves and those around them. In conclusion, I will say my favorite quote by Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Holding a child's soul in your hands is certainly a privilege. Being important in a child's life is perhaps a divine gift. Today, 5 October, is the day of education. Happy birthday to teachers from all over the world. Continue this profession with the same direction. Teacher, continue to shine. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste, dear. And please make this gesture so I want to capture. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you have a very beautiful and a most inspiring smile. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All my love from Romania.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Thank you. So now I would like to call our next keynote speaker from the land of Philippines, Sir Peter. Sir Peter, are you there? Sir Peter, are you there? Peter Paul. Sir Peter Paul?
I'm here.
Yes, sir. Sir, now the virtual stage is yours, sir. Please share your thoughts, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, or should I rather say good day to everyone and good day to all of you, especially for you, Dr. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name correctly. I don't want to pronounce it incorrect. So, my dear co-teachers around the world, Teachers are key for a better future. We are the one who hone or we make the future for our learners. Through teaching, not only knowledge, but also with a heart. Once again, happy teachers to all of you and to all of us rather. Thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Actually, we have a very less time, and most of the educators are taking their lessons. So, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you po.
Yeah. So, in the next speaker, I would like to call our keynote speaker from the Beyond Book publication, Sir Steve Christopher. Sir
Hello,
Steve.
ma'am. I'm here.
Yeah.
Very good. So good afternoon and good afternoon here from the land of Philippines and happy Teachers Days to all. So I will make my speech short, but it's full of content. Okay. Today I want to share. I'm gonna share my insights. Okay, share my insights to all of you is about what are the challenges that are still exist or remains in these online classes. I named these challenges that still exist, the 3 A's. Okay, the adaptability, the attendance, then the assessment. So after 1.5 years of these online classes, that's since it's March 16 last year, that's announced that the government announced that the whole country is under this community quarantine. We shift from physical class to online class, and then we have encountered a lot of problems. So supposed to be after a year, this problem should be minimized, but these 3 A's is still a little bit serious for the teachers to adapt. Okay, so let me talk about the adaptability. So in the student sides, they still has this problem of digital literacy issues such as log in and participate in class, submit tasks, particularly in communication etiquettes and their rights and responsibility. Of course, they also encounter the technical issues such as internet access and gadgets. And they have this self-discipline problem, just like they always late in the class, oversleep. They have this lack of sense of responsibility and some priority issues. So, of course, there's also a motivation problem, just like they don't complete the task on time. They can't stay engaged long and slow in making progress or none at all. Okay, so my humbly recommendations for these students that we should advise them to stay connected to teachers and classmates, practice communication etiquettes, stop complaining once there is problems, seek help from others, stick to a schedule, and practice positive self-talk. And then in teacher side, of course, the biggest problem is still the digital literacy and the technical issues. Of course, the next to that is the setting online activities, online classroom management, flexibility in handling issues, okay, mindset, and they are easily burned out. Okay, so my recommendations to the teachers also is they have to practice this growth mindset and they have to attend lots of teachers training webinars to update themselves. Of course, they have to practice these collaborations and they have to make in mind that they are not alone. And don't make things complicated, just stay simple, make everything simple, especially they have to stay positive. Okay, the second problem is the attendance. Okay, we all know that class attendance were positively related to students' academic performance, and students who have these more attendance rates were more likely to spend more time in online self-learning. But why students, they are not attending the online class or they hate attending online class? Of course, the major problem is they don't have this internet or they have this poor connectivity. Oversleep is the common problem. And for those financially constrained family, the students need to go to work or to do house chores. And some students, they just go to the online class, turn off the camera and audio, just walk away, just do their own things, and or just they pretend to be sick. Okay, so what my recommendation for them is, first of all, we teachers, we have to set this online class rules and policy, and we have to require them, sometimes, not all the times, we have to require them that their camera should be open. This is a video attendance. Okay, we can use Google Form as one way of checking their attendance. Okay, we can use this recitation way to check their attendance, and then we can use the chat room also, or the online poll. Of course, assessment, the third problem that still exists in the online classes. And we all know that online assessment may be defined as an evaluation of a person's ability, behaviors, and or characteristics. This test is conducted over the internet by using available web technologies. An assessment may be set out with clear objectives, such as to test the knowledge or learning process of a student. Okay, what are the challenges in this online assessment? Number one, it's a grading system. Okay? We want to be fair, but it's harder to become fair in giving grades. Okay. Now, number two is the technical issues. The third one is we all use this output-based assessment method. Okay. Of course, teachers, the lack of training of giving online assessment, and of course, money involves the cost of investment and changing assessment patterns. And the biggest problem is the students are being dishonest during this assessment. So what should we do? So my recommendation is we have to give process-oriented performance-based assessment. And we have to emphasize more synthesis questions that require students to produce original work. And of course, we have to choose appropriate online assessment tool. If there's connectivity occurs, we can use this offline assessment tools. So this 3A's problem still exists after 1.5 years of these online classes. But I believe that if we know the root of the problem, and then we have these solutions, or we have this, that we have this way how to solve the problem, I think we can overcome all of these challenges. Okay, so let us pray that this pandemic will be end soon, and we all will be back to our normal physical class, and everyone will just stay safe and healthy. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call our next speaker from the team of Beyond Book Publications, Sir Rayojael Santiago.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir. You are audible, sir. You are most welcome, sir, in the panel discussion, sir. Now this virtual stage is yours, sir. Please proceed.
Thank you, ma'am. We cannot deny the fact or reality that we live in a digital society. In this day and age, for almost all individuals in developed countries, digital technologies are involved to some extent in most aspects of our lives, even if we are not aware of it. In the majority of cases, these digital technologies have developed out of a desire to make our lives easier or more efficient. As people living in a digital society, there will be constant pressure on our part to adapt in this kind of setup, especially in this time of pandemic, wherein the mobility of man was limited. Different applications emerge. Maybe the digital natives benefit from this, but the sad reality is even the digital immigrants need to upgrade themselves. In this reason, it is very important to each and every one of us to, of course, upgrade our digital literacies or skills needed to adapt in this digitalization. And because we live in a digital society, we are called digital citizens. And take note, when we say digital citizens, it refers to a person who has the knowledge and skills to effectively use digital technologies to communicate with others, particularly in society, and create and consume digital content. And because we are digital citizens, then we possess digital citizenship. So congratulations, because by our own, we are now possessing dual citizenship, right? But take note, digital citizenship does not solely refers to being familiar in using different applications and technology, but it is highlighted that it refers to the confident and positive use of digital technologies. By educating students about digital citizenship, they will have this opportunity to develop an understanding about the following concepts: about digital and information literacy, internet safety, privacy and security, cyberbullying, relationship, etiquette and communication, creative credit and copyright, and digital footprint. It is very true that one of the features of digitalization is the interconnection in the most possible, even virtually. But despite of this interconnection, human rights violations, inequality, and poverty still threaten peace and sustainability according to UNESCO. The modernization and digitalization did not stop the crimes, abuses, conflicts, etc. Now, the Global Citizenship Education or GCED is UNESCO's response to these challenges. It works by empowering learners of all ages to understand that these are global, not only local issues, and to become active promoters of more peaceful, tolerant, inclusive, secure, and sustainable societies. GCED, or the Global Citizenship Education, is a strategic area of UNESCO's education sector program and builds on the work of peace and human rights education. It aims to instill the learners the values, attitudes, and behaviors that support responsible global citizenship, creativity, innovation, and commitment to peace, human rights, and sustainable development, which I think is stipulated in Agenda 4.7 of the Sustainable Development Goals. Now, a global citizen is someone who is aware of and understands the wider world and their place in it. They take an active role in their community and work with others to make our planet more peaceful, sustainable, and fairer. Meaning, being a global citizen entails a responsibility to oneself and to others. And I strongly believe that as teachers, as educators, there's also a sense of responsibility on our part to guide our learners to be a responsible digital citizen. We can actually make use of the different platforms and technologies in leading them to be global citizens also. And this is what I want to give emphasis on the sharing. No? The values instilled in the virtual world can be transcended into reality. Because this generation will be the foundation of our future, I think it will be helpful at this early point of time to develop values needed for sustainable development and global citizenship. If we will be just faithful and uphold on what is true and right, then time will come that there will be no injustice, no hatred, no inequality, but only love will lead the world. Yes, it will add pressure on our part as educators because to be able for us to immerse in the digital world of our learners, we must also update ourselves as digital citizens. At first, we will not see abruptly the changes we want to happen, but sooner or later, we will reap on what we planted to the hearts of the learners. To be honest, it is a struggle to teach values to our learners, especially in this kind of setup that we have right now. But as digital citizens, let us work together to be a responsible technology user. Let us help our learners to sustain positive development towards fairness and love. Let us help them to be responsible digital citizens through appropriate use of technologies the world is offering to us, because technology was created not to give us harm, but to help us. Through digital citizenship, technology will be a great means of promoting sustainable development and global citizenship. Let us work together, act together, and of course, be a role model to each one of us, and of course, be a role model and inspiration to our learners. So before I end my sharing, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Witty Gossip, especially to you, Dr. Supriya Pathak, to Oriental University, to our guest here, of course, to Beyond Books Publication, to Dr. Capulso for giving us chance to share here in this Global Education Summit 2021. And of course, to our speakers, participants, and definitely to our educators here and all over the world, happy World Teachers Day. I know that educators are affected so much by the pandemic, but I do believe that no obstacles, not even the pandemic, can stop us teachers to dedicate ourselves in this very ministry of teaching. So I am Dr. Eugene S. Santiago, Teacher 1 from Gordon Heights National High School, Department of Education, Philippines, saying hashtag digital citizenship, hashtag sustainable development goals, hashtag global citizenship. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you. Please do this gesture. So I want to capture you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for your motivating speech, sir. Thank you very much. So now I would like to call our next speaker. Our next speaker is from Beyond Book Publications. Dear Madam Marisil. Dear Madam Marisil, are you there? Yeah. Marisil Satimba.
Okay, yes.
Yes, ma'am. So now the virtual stage is yours, ma'am. Please share your thoughts on the occasion of World Teachers Day, ma'am. Please share your thoughts.
A pleasant day to everyone. I am Marisol Trinidad Satimbre of Pulangi General Comprehensive High School, Pulangi North District, Albay Division, Region 5, Bicol, Philippines. So today marks the 28th year since its establishment by UNESCO that we celebrate World Teachers Day, and we have achieved so much within the past 28 years and hopefully achieve more in the next decade. As educators, we are the bastion of knowledge, protecting our students and fortifying them with the necessary skills to grow into responsible adults ready to take on challenges of the modern world. As such, it is also imperative that we too should be ready to learn and adapt to the challenges presented to us so that we can be more effective teachers. The pandemic that was swept the world was created many unique and interesting problems, especially with the lockdowns, impending face-to-face learning. However, it is during these times of crisis that we truly see human ingenuity flourish. So as now, utilize modern technology to our, as we now utilize modern technology to our advantage so that we may continue to impart knowledge to our students. That being said, there are many areas that we can still improve upon, and it is my honor to partake in this discussion with all of you. I hope that all of us have a fruitful exchange of knowledge, ideas, and experiences in this year Global Education Summit. Once again, good day and happy World Teachers Month to everyone.
Thank you very much, dear. Thank you very much. Please do this. Yeah. Thank you, dear. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, dear.
You're welcome.
So now I would like to call our next speaker from the Beyond Book Publication is, give me just a moment. Yeah, it's Pamela Meneses David from the St. Maria High School. Miss Pamela Meneses David, are you here? Miss Pamela Meneses David. I think she is not with us. So our next speaker is Magdalene G. George Lisario. Magdalene G. George Lisario. Magdalene G. George Lisario. Ma'am, are you there? I think she is not here. She is not here with us. So I am calling another speaker. Dear Madam Carmen C. Nojera. Carmen C. Nojera. She is a school principal from the Batanes National Science High School, Basco. Basco, Batanes. Ma'am, Carmen C. Nojera, are you there? Ma'am, actually, I can see your name in a participants list. I think she is not available. Okay. So now I would like to call Dr. Parul Sharda. Dr. Parul Sharda, ma'am, are you there? Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Yes, am I clearly audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are properly audible, ma'am. You are most welcome here.
Thank you so much. Namaste from India to all the academicians all over the world. It is my privilege to be on this platform, and I thank Dr. Supriya Pathak to give me this opportunity to represent India. And I belongs to Indore Management Institute, Central India, Madhya Pradesh. And ma'am, kindly allow me to share my screen because everybody here is talking about the teachers and their role. I would like to present a short video from my students. They are greeting all the teachers all over the world. So please allow me to share my screen, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I'm making you a co-host, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You are the co-host. Please share your screen, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm sorry for the delay. If the screen is visible, kindly let me know.
Ma'am, screen is visible.
Is it audible as well, ma'am?
No, it's not audible, ma'am. Ma'am, you have to click on the button share sound, ma'am.
Okay.
To cover all aspects of education. It has been entrusted to lead
Ma'am, is it audible now?
2030 agenda through sustainable development.
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Happy World Teachers Day. A very good morning to respected teachers. I am Bakshi Badi, student of Indore Management Institute at St. PGTM, is here to represent our college. Education transforms lives and is at the heart of UNESCO's mission to build peace, eradicate poverty, and drive sustainable development. UNESCO believes that education is a human right for all throughout life and that access must be matched by quality. The organization is the only United Nations agency with a mandate to cover all aspects of education. It has been entrusted to lead the Global Education 2030 agenda through Sustainable Development Goal 4. The main functions of UNESCO are to ensure that every child has access to a proper education, promoting cultural acceptance between nations while protecting historical sites, improving technology to aid in the distribution of resources and energy. Basic human rights. Education for sustainable development empowers.
Hello everyone, I'm Shivani Yadav from Indore Management Institute's SNS Law College, Indore. First of all, a very happy World Teachers Day, as teachers are those who contributes in making a strong pillar of education. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This quote by Sir Nelson Mandela itself decodes the significance of education. By considering such major significance, Indian government after almost 3 decades has introduced a new education policy in the year 2020 and is all set to change the existing academic system with the purpose of making it at par with international standards of academics. This policy is introduced for universalizing access from early childhood to higher education, integrating over 2 crore out-of-school children. India has been consistently working to provide better education to the students. Even Bhal Bhavans and Academic Bank of Credit has been established. The GDP portion India used to spend on education sectors is also enhanced to 6%. But all these efforts of India will wane until it will get support of other educational institutions. Here, I must praise my college, that is Indore Management Institute, who recognizes that the success of education would depend on qualitative approach. It has also promoted online education consequent in rise of this pandemic. Therefore, it is important to understand that the main hope of nation lies in the proper education system. India's efforts will open up new opportunities and would make a change in learning environment and learning process of its youth. Conclusively, just remember, an investment in education pays the best interest. Thank you.
one last message.
Hi everybody, I'm Harshita Kadulia from Indore Management Institute, S&S Law College, Indore. A revolution had come in India which was in education sector, and that was National Education Policy 2020.
As you all can see that how much we are trying our students to concentrate on the new education policy in line with the sustainable development goal. I must say that the government has taken various steps for boosting the institutions, and I praise our government to introduce this policy after almost 3 decades, after 34 years. But we are hopeful that the results of this new education policy will soon be materializing, and we will be getting the fruits of this national education policy soon. Also, I would also like to share that we, the teachers, must, as the previous speakers has also told, that we, the teachers, must also take care of ourselves, because we are the people who are nation builders. We are the people who are making or polishing the youth to become the most renowned engineers, the doctors, the managers for this world. So it is most important for us to take care of ourselves, to take care of our health. And this is how I request and I urge from this platform to all the educational institutions that they must draft a conducive policy in favor of teachers, in favor of educators, so that we all can flourish and the nation builders can flourish with all over the world. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Supriya ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Parul Sharda, for this beautiful video presentation of the students. Thank you very much, ma'am. And happy Teachers' Day to you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Namaste from India.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. So, yes, now I would like to share my screen. Here is a very wonderful message. Dr. Parul Sharda, please stop sharing. Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. So here I have a very beautiful message from Dr. Catalino Manzoda. He is from the Polytechnical College of Philippines. So let's listen the message from the Sir Catalino. So with your all permission, I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know, is there a sound?
No, ma'am.
Only you. Only you.
Okay. Just hold on. Yes, now here is the video. Share sound. Yes.
Good day. In the celebrations of the World Education Summit 2021, with this year's theme, Teachers in the Heart of Education Recovery, it's very appropriate having the difficulties in the learning and teaching process of which.
So I think here is the sound, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please, so let me continue.
Good day. In the celebrations of the World Education Summit 2021, with this year's theme, Teachers in the Heart of Education Recovery, it's very appropriate having the difficulties in the learning and teaching process, of which most of us teachers are not used to it, to the virtual thing, as what the now normal is having. The era of the information technology that most of us teachers do not want to happen because as far as education is concerned, it is more relevant to share information through face-to-face, to perform with the heart, passion, and interest, personally touching the lives of the students. From the word associated with the facial expression, that the students are more than the learning the students can get than the content of what they are discussing. But because of this pandemic situation, teachers are doubling their time to catch up with what the technology has to offer, intensifying their efforts, money, emotions, and even themselves, just to cope with what is the latest, trying their best to be able to deliver the necessary information that the students need to learn. Even if there are still barriers that hinders the process, like internet connectivity across the world, that sometimes made the people the center of teaching because of the intermittent connections that made the one delivering the message adulterated. Those are some of the hardships that await teachers encountered and continuously encountering. That is why this Summit 2021 served as the avenue to make all teachers be recognized for their sacrifices to give the public the appropriate learning and at the same time learn something new that can be applied to their teaching activities and for themselves as a whole, like to make more eloquent in the field with enthusiasm and full of energy, the characteristics that I will be given in my speech on the eloquence in me. That can be a great help to be more energetic and lively in their profession, our profession. Again, I would like to congratulate the organizer of this world event, spearheaded by Dr. Supriya Pathak, for the successful event. Namaste, ma'am. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Happy World Teachers Day. God bless.
So thank you, Catalino sir, for sharing this wonderful thought, for sharing your time with us. Thank you, Catalino sir. Thank you very much. So here is all about from the speech of the Catalino sir. So now again, I'm calling the speakers of the Beyond Book publications. So our next speaker is Kariman C. Najora. Kariman C. Najora is school principal, Batanes National Science High School, Bosco. Ma'am, are you there? I think she is facing some network issues. So with the permission of all the educators, I'm sharing video messages from the Polytechnical College of the Philippines. So please allow me to share screen. Give me a moment.
Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers, especially to Dr. Catalino Mendoza, also known as Doc Noel. You keep motivating us to do our best in the field of management. Your patience and guidance, even this pandemic, has made all the difference. With hard work and dedication, you lead, inspire, and care even the most students in the graduate studies. We, the students of Doctor of Business and Administration, are truly grateful to have an excellent professor like you. You exceed our expectations. I am what I am today due to the values and skills you imparted to me. Always keep inspiring others. And again, Happy World Teachers Day, Doc Noel, from Hero de Asis of Baliwag University, Province of Bulacan, Philippines.
Thank you, dear students, for joining us and for sharing the wonderful, the thoughtful video messages. Thank you very much. So I'm awaiting for the other keynote speakers from the Beyond Books publication. I think they will join us in a few minutes. Sir, Steve Christopher, are you there? Sir Steve Christopher, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes, sir, could you please call the other speakers of the Beyond Book publications? Actually, there are 2 speakers left from the Beyond Book publications.
Okay, I think Sir Rio is still here. Sir Rio, Doc Rio.
No, sir.
Yes,
Yes, he has done. He has done.
Doc Cinder is still here.
Okay, okay. He has done, sir. Rayos, yes, sir.
And Doc Cinder.
Yes, he has done. He has done his speech, sir. Dr. Cinder.
May we know the names, Dr. Supriya? May we know the names of those?
Yes.
What are the names of those speakers who are still waiting?
The speaker name is Karaman C. Nojora, school principal from the Batnus National Science High School. Karaman C. Nojora.
I think she's not here.
Yes, she is not here. And
Yes.
the other speaker is Pamela Manassas David. I think she is also not here.
Yes, she's not in the participants list.
Yes. She is not in the participants list. Okay. Yeah. So here is all about from the speaker side. So it's really a great privilege for the Witty Gossip Association to associate with the Beyond Books publication on the occasion of World Teachers Day in the Global Education Summit 2021. Here, I would like to thank Sir Leonilo B. Capsulo, the president of Beyond Book Publication. I would like to also thank to Professor Dr. Sunil K. Somani, the Vice Chancellor of Oriental University. I would like to also thank to our global educator, to our associate partner, Colorado Business Global Business School from the USA. So I would like to thank Miss Shanit for sharing her thoughts and for sparing us, for giving us her time. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. I think the speakers from the Beyond Book publications are joining. I think Dr. Cinder is in touch with the speakers of the Beyond Books publications. So we have to wait for the speakers of the 2 speakers of the Beyond Book publications, Philippines. Actually, there are too many educators. One of my great friend from the Turkey, Miss Alif. Actually, he had to leave because there are lots of commitments. There are lots of classes going on. So she had to leave the meeting. Actually, 2 of the speakers are trying to joining, but there are some kinds of network issues. Dr. Nitesh K. Jain from the Oriental University. Sir, would you like to hear from your side, sir? Dr. Nitesh K. Jain. Are you able to speak, sir? No, I think he is taking a class. Dr. Nitesh K. Jain. Okay, guys. So let's time to wrap up the whole event. And this is a very wonderful experience to moderate here, to conduct the event here around the global educators. We have speakers from the Russia, Croatia, from the Philippines, from the USA, from the Greece, and I think I forget uh, 2 or 3 countries, because we have speakers from more than 10 countries. So thank you, Christiana, for sparing time with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Parul Shada. Thank you, Sir Steve Christopher, for joining us. Thank you, Peter Paul. Thank you, Marisol, for joining us. Thank you, Opricon, for joining us from the Romania. Actually, I forget the name of Romania. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Sender, for joining us, for sharing your thoughts. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Oriental University, for giving us this virtual platform and for this association to inaugurate the Global Education Summit 2021. Thank you very much.
Okay.
In the
Thank you,
next,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So here is all about the vote of thanks ceremony. Actually, we have a very less time and we have to end the meeting because there is another parallel sessions are going on in the university. So we have to end this meeting. Yeah.
Thank you, Supriya, madam. Thank you so much. Thanks for the wonderful opportunity. It was
Thank
a
you,
wonderful
Doc.
show.
Priya.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, please, I request all of you to please switch on your camera so I can capture a beautiful picture. Yeah, please switch on your camera. Yes, yes, I'm taking the picture. Thank you very much. Thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.